email newsletter myth busting. Haven't made a video like this in a while, as you can probably tell. Gonna need my coffee today. Let's talk about email lists and email marketing. There aren't that many resources specifically for us artists and creatives on how to do email marketing. And yet it is like the most important asset in my business, has always been in all of my previous businesses. Sending email newsletters, having an email list has been responsible for like 95% of my sales or something. I don't know if I've ever made a sale any other way than via emails. So yes, I know there's a lot of talk about email lists and email marketing. A lot of shoulds. You should do that. You should use this email client over this one. You should send emails this way. You should have an email list. I know you have issues with email marketing. I've heard them. I've read them in my comment section, in other people's comment sections. So I am quite aware of the preconceived notions that exist around email marketing and email lists. And so I thought I would make a video and just talk freely about these myths, because they are myths. In my experience, they are myths. And let's just go over a few of the reasons why you might not have an email list yet. Or why you might have an email list, but you have like 5 people on there and one of them is your mom, and you haven't really written anything to your email list yet, because what's the point? And it feels weird and you just kind of ignore that it exists, and keep on hustling on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or all of the other places where we hustle today as artists. So the first thing that I see all the time is, I don't have a following. I don't have a big following. I don't have any fans. I don't use social media. So no one's going to find my email list anyway. No one's going to read my emails. This is kind of like saying that I'm not going to start a YouTube channel because I don't have viewers, or I'm not going to make paintings because I don't have buyers. It's kind of the same concept. You don't have any viewers yet because you haven't made videos. Yeah, you don't have buyers for your art because you haven't put out your art for sale. We all start from scratch at some point with our email list. There's no other way to do it. I mean, most of us have some manner of small following somewhere. A small circle of friends and like-minded individuals, or even family, that are going to be interested in our emails in the beginning. And so that's the best place to start. Invite all the people that you know you, and that might be interested. That's how I did it when I started this channel. I went to Facebook for like the first time in 5 years or something. I don't use Facebook. But when I started my channel, I went to Facebook and I just said, hey, everyone that I know, I've started a YouTube channel. It's about this and that. Go here and subscribe if you're interested. It's the same with an email newsletter. You start where you're at, even if that's really small, even if it's just your mom or your best friend. And then just start writing your emails and encourage people to share your emails, forward them to friends, talk about your email list in all of the other channels where you're active. And that's gonna get the ball rolling. I'll talk more about how to actually grow your email list for real in later videos. We're not gonna go into that now. Just know that every email list starts from zero. And you do not need to have a following, and a pre-existing following anywhere else. And you do not need to use social media to shepherd people to your email list if you don't want to. So the next myth, no one reads emails anyway, right? No one likes getting emails. It's all just crap inundating our inboxes. You might not like getting emails. You might not like reading email content, but other people do. If they're relevant to you and if they come from people that you care about, you're gonna read their emails. And the reason why you believe people don't read emails, people don't want emails, is because you have bad experiences with email marketing, with email newsletters. That doesn't mean that everyone else has those same feelings, okay? It's like saying, no one reads books because I don't like reading books. No one watches videos nowadays because I don't like watching videos. See, I mean, you're projecting your own experiences onto everybody else in the whole world. And that's just not reality. A lot of us can attest to the fact that people do read our emails and people enjoy our emails. And so obviously There is a way to send emails that people actually do want to read. We don't want to send the same crap that these large corporations do. We don't want to send spam or, hey, go buy my next thing just because, I made it. That's not the emails that I'm talking about. That's not the strategy that I propose. My strategy is to send good emails to the few people that actually want those emails. Next up, you need a big list. You need a big email list in order to succeed or have sales or in order for this to be worth it. No, that's not true. You can actually sell more with a small list. And you could also have a very big email list with thousands of people on it, but very few sales. It all depends on who your audience is, who your ideal client is, what you're selling, and what you're selling it for. It depends on a lot of factors, and you can make good money with a very small list. It's the same thing with Instagram followers or YouTube subscribers or blog readers. It's not about how many people follow you. It's about the type of people that do. And it's about what you sell to them and how you sell it and what you sell it for. There are so many factors. The actual number of subscribers on your list is just one factor, but it's not the most important factor at all. Next one, you need to be a great writer. You don't need to be a great writer. You don't need to write these really long, elaborate, jam-packed letters that are just gonna floor people. No, you can totally just be yourself. If you have something that you love sharing and talking about with people, regardless if it's in writing or in video form or audio, whatever it is. As long as you have that, you have all you need. You don't need to be a great writer or a great talker. You don't need to write long letters. You can create content in however way you want to create content and simply just share it via email so that people can find it. That's the main reason why we have an email list. We just want to reach people who are interested in what we do and what we create. We want to be able to reach them in a reliable way. And this one is a favorite. This one is the major complaint and myth that I see everywhere. You need to become someone you're not in order to do email marketing. You need to be super annoying and salesy and in people's face and really eager. I mean, this is a topic for a whole other video. I could go on about this forever. We have so much issues around selling. I too struggle with this a lot. I have always struggled with this. I struggled with it as a freelancer and as a writer and as an artist. It's really tough. It's tough selling yourself, selling your stuff in a way that's authentic to you, in a way that doesn't feel sleazy. It's difficult. And there's a lot of emotional baggage around selling. And I'm not going to go into depth about how to deal with that now, because frankly, that's just a way too big a topic. But just because other businesses behave this way in your inbox does not mean that you have to behave that way. That's not how I do emails. All of the other creatives and artists that I follow that have newsletters don't behave this way at all. You can totally do email marketing in a way that is authentic to you, that feels genuine, that doesn't feel pushy or sleazy. You can have your entire personality and your integrity intact, and you can still make a living doing what you love, because that's the point. We're not trying to trick people. We're not trying to become billionaires. We are simply telling the world what we have created, and we're putting it out there for those who are interested and who might want to buy it. Think of your email list as a collection of like-minded friends that are interested in what you do and that want to see what you do. And you writing these emails, it's like you writing to your friends, hey, look what I made. It was fun. I struggled with this. I enjoyed this part. Here it is on my website if you want to buy it. Absolutely zero sleazebaggery. Moving on. It's expensive to have an email list. It's not worth the money. I can't afford it, etc. Yes, there are email marketing providers out there that are charging way too much money, in my opinion, way too much for beginners that don't yet have a lot of subscribers on their email lists. A lot of these companies have free options where you don't pay for like your first 1,000 subscribers or something. But the ones that are really good, they usually have a monthly or yearly subscription fee that can range from $20 a month to $100 a month. It all depends on what features you want to use and how many people are on your list and how many emails you want to send. It is a jungle to navigate. I completely agree with that. But there are affordable options. out there, and there are even free options. I have talked about Substack before on this channel. I still stand by everything I say in that video. I love Substack. Substack just keeps getting better and better. Substack is free. It's completely free. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, it's free. There are, however, downsides to Substack, and I might be making a video soon where I talk more about those. I have moved away from Substack in my business right now. I use another service called Flowdesk, which I also like. It's not as good as Substack, honestly, but I like it. It's not as expensive as a lot of these other, like ConvertKit, for example. A lot of people like ConvertKit. I mean, it is an investment. The reason you keep an email list is so that you can be profitable in your business, okay? The reason you do it is not to provide value for free for all eternity. We have an email list because we want to sell our stuff. Let's just be honest. We need to sell our stuff or we can't do this. That's the difference between running a business and just having a hobby, a creative hobby. If I want my art to be my business and to sustain me, I need to sell my art. There's no way around that. It doesn't matter how I feel about it personally. I need to sell my art. And there are people out there who want to buy my art if they knew about it. If there's one investment in your business that is totally worth the money, it's your email list. It's your email marketing software. You can always start for free somewhere. And then as soon as you start selling to your list, as soon as you have something for sale and you start making consistent sales via your email list, then it's kind of warranted that your list can also be an investment for you. I am perfectly fine paying for my email list right now because I get a lot of tools and functionality that I need in order to make more sales, in order to scale my business. So yeah, email lists can cost money. They don't need to. They are allowed to, and it's a completely legit expense in your business if you are trying to do this for a living. If you're not, if you're totally against ever trying to sell your stuff, then maybe what you have is a hobby and not a creative business. All right, those are the main myths that I wanted to talk about in this video. There are more, of course, and there will be more videos about this. I have a lot to say about email marketing. There are many, many, many ways to do email marketing, and I guarantee you there's a way to do it that would suit your personality, your style, your particular business needs. There is a way to do email in a way that is authentic. And I am working on a course about email marketing for artists and creatives in particular. I want to create the very best resource that I can, the type of resource that I would have wanted when I started out, when all of the advice I found was a bunch of stuff that didn't apply to me, that didn't feel right to me, and it just kind of turned me off to the whole thing. I have found ways that work for me. I am an introvert. I am not comfortable with being too pushy, too salesy, and yet I have found a way to do email marketing that really works for me, that feels fun for me. And that's what I want this resource to be. So it is in development, but there is a wait list. I will send you updates about how the course is going and maybe invite you to give feedback or to contribute in some way. And later on, if you decide that you want to take this course, you'll get an early invite and an exclusive discount on it as well. So go ahead and sign up in the description. All right. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another one.